Did you know that inflation in the US hit levels not seen in over 4 decades? It's a shocking statistic, right? But what does this mean for everyday Americans like you and me? Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into something that's really affecting all of us right now, Trump's inflation crisis. It's not just a headline, it's something that hits right in our wallets. Whether it's the price of groceries, rent, or gas, inflation is changing how we live, and it's essential to understand what's happening. So, let's break it down and see how this crisis is reshaping our economy and our lives. Presentation of problem/challenge. Alright, so let's get into the nitty-gritty of the inflation crisis. First off, inflation is basically when prices go up, and your dollar doesn't stretch as far as it used to. It's a problem that's been brewing for a while now, but it really started to spike under Trump's administration. So, what's causing this surge? There are a few factors at play here. You've got supply chain disruptions from the pandemic, which created shortages for a lot of goods. Then you throw in rising energy costs and the massive amounts of cash pumped into the economy through stimulus checks. All of this has led to a perfect storm, pushing inflation rates to levels we haven't seen since the early 1980s. But it's not just numbers on a chart, it's real-life consequences for people. Families are struggling to make ends meet, and the government is under pressure to respond. The Federal Reserve is raising interest rates to try to tame inflation, which could slow down economic growth, leading us into a whole new set of challenges. It's a tricky balancing act, and one misstep could lead to a recession. Exploration/development. Now, let's dig a bit deeper into how this inflation crisis is impacting different sectors. First up, housing. Rent prices have skyrocketed, and homebuyers are facing rising mortgage rates that make buying a home feel like an impossible dream for many. This is pushing people into a rental market that's also seeing inflated prices. Then there's food. If you've been to the grocery store lately, you've probably noticed that your usual shopping list costs a lot more. Prices for essentials like meat, dairy, and even bread are climbing. This is largely due to increased transportation costs and supply shortages, which means not only are we paying more at the register, but farmers and producers are feeling the squeeze too, making it a tough situation across the board. And let's not forget about energy costs. The price at the pump has been rising and falling, but overall, it's trending upward. Higher fuel prices affect everything from the cost of commuting to the price of goods, as companies pass on those costs to consumers. All of these factors are interconnected, and they create a ripple effect throughout the economy. It's a tough time for consumers, and many are left wondering how they're going to keep up with these rising costs. The situation demands urgent attention and effective policy solutions, but the question remains, what can be done? Climax/key moment. So, what's the pivotal moment in this crisis? One key moment that stands out is the Federal Reserve's recent announcement to raise interest rates aggressively. This decision is significant, as it could potentially slow down inflation but also risks pushing the economy into a recession. This turning point is crucial because it reflects a shift in how the government is addressing inflation. They're trying to combat rising prices by cooling down spending and borrowing, but this could have severe consequences for job growth and consumer confidence. If people start losing jobs or feeling insecure about their finances, it could create a downward spiral that's hard to recover from. As we watch these developments unfold, it's essential to stay informed and understand how these decisions could affect our daily lives. Conclusion/summary. So, to wrap it all up, we've explored the inflation crisis that's gripping the nation. We've looked at the causes, the impact on various sectors like housing, food, and energy, and we've highlighted the critical moment with the Fed's interest rate hikes. It's a complex situation with no easy answers, and we're all feeling the pinch in one way or another. Moving forward, it's crucial that we stay engaged and informed about these economic trends, as they will undoubtedly shape our futures. Call to action, CTA. Now, I want to hear from you. What are your thoughts on the inflation crisis? How has it affected your life? Drop your comments below. And if you're interested in learning more about economic trends and what they mean for us, be sure to check out my other videos. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any updates. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.